So we knew it was coming, but we didn't know what the ship was going to have. I suspected it was going to be something that negated the new aggregation hostiles abilities, similar to the building, but a ship on its own that could do it. No, actually, I was completely wrong. We have a whole new ability. Kishira, let me actually get that word right. Kishara 2.0. Will this actually work? Well, we'll find out when it happens. But anyway, I'm Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me. We're just going to quickly go through the patch notes for the new ship, the USS DAUNTLESS, which is dropping at Arcfall October 2025. So I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. So we do have the new ship coming in. For those of you who remember the timeline, basically the alien Artoras had a ship which was capable of quantum slipstream called the Dauntless. It was a ship. His race was wiped out by the Borg. They had a vested interest, along with several other species, in the war between the Borg and Species 8472, but ultimately it didn't work and everything. So he was aggrieved and full of anger and rage and tried to kidnap the Voyager crew on his ship and take them back to the Borg. Yeah, it didn't work. He got foiled when they soon realised something was not quite right with the ship. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Now, obviously, Starfleet, Voyager itself, sorry, we'll go there quickly, also try to do the quantum slipstream. Ended up failing. They ended up crashing on a planet. 15 years later, Harry Kim reset time using Borg technology from 7 and 9's time of death to, oh my god, timey-wimey stuff. Voyager ultimately survived, but ultimately they managed to get some distance with the slipstream. Then it was down to Starfleet to actually come out with the slipstream drive. Most of the canon on the slipstream drive in Starfleet can be found on STO game as well. Also checking out Triangular Audio Studios as well, the YouTube channel, where he does some renderings of starships and he puts a bit of a story down to each class. He's got some 25th century starships in there where that is mentioned that it's got quantum slipstream and transwarp drive on it as well. So I do recommend checking out his channels. They are interesting stories that he does come up with. But anyway, we're talking about Star Trek Fleet Command here. So now we did talk about the Dauntless on stream with CDB to you. His link to his Twitch channel is in the description of this video, and he went on about the timeline in which we saw this as well. So it's a great channel. He's a Borg, yes, he's a Borg that didn't get assimilated, but he sympathizes with the Borg. He is a drone in just name, really. But anyway, a great guy. Go check him out on Twitch. He streams at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I think he does one on a Sunday as well. So worth checking out. But anyway, moving on then. So this is going to be your new hostile grinder. Like I said, Kishara 2.0. That's my opinion. Don't know if anyone wants to take that on and, you know, spread the word on that one. It's going to be an Intercept, as you can see by the information here, and it's available from Ops 45. Well, we'll say Shipyard 45, because that's usually where we actually build them. We actually have to get there first. Getting from Ops to the shipyard can sometimes be a bit of a ball ache to do. It's got 15 tiers on it, 75 levels, and blueprints are available on day 1 in the aggregation refinery. What the price will be, I don't know. Whether it's going to be a single blueprint or 2 blueprints. It is 200 blueprints in total to build it. But given the fact that most of it is usually 100 days, well, on the 22-hour cooldown, 92 days, we suspect, well, I suspect it's going to be 100, a double blueprint pull. Costings could vary, so just bear that in mind. Now, this thing comes with 1 active ability and 4 passive abilities. The active ability is the Seek and Destroy. This is like your Kishara. This is literally put the ship in, click the button, forget about it. It does have a time limit on it, so just be aware. And you will only be able to activate this so many times a day. So once activated, it will target the nearest hostile red dot. This is for red dots only. No armadas, no PvP, no wave defense, as you can see right at the bottom. No arenas, so don't try it in there. It's not a PvP ship, pure PvE. That is it. So it will select the nearest target, and then it will just move on and just go around until it's either destroyed, the time expires, or you actually deactivate it. It will also, with each hostile as well, increase the amount of weapons damage it has and apex barrier as well. So, and it does say against non-armada hostiles. Let's put it simple. It would be a lot easier if they actually just written it red dots. They can put the extra MB there in the note, which says does not work here. So, but red dots, why non-armada? Red dots, 6 letters compared to everything else. But hey, let's forget that one. Passive abilities, increasing weapons damage and apex barrier, as we've already mentioned. Also increasing the amount of loot dropped from the hostiles, and also increasing the amount of loot that you get from the new aggregation hostiles as well. It is engineered for efficiency and rewards this ship. So there is a video on Star Trek Fleet Command official YouTube channel, so do go check it out because there'll be a few more bits and bobs in there. So there is a new refinery coming as well, and also research as well, so watch out for that one. There will be some research here. I pinched this from that video, so I did a screenshot. Whether that comes back on me, I don't know. Hopefully it's not going to, but hey-ho, I don't particularly care because we're advertising this new ship. So the Dauntless opens new bundles. It's got a tier up chest, which is similar to what the Reliant has. Every time you tier the ship up, not level, tier, and you'll get a new chest. You also get a strong box, which is something we've become accustomed to with the GS31, the Reliant, the now called strong boxes, which is going to contain things like your parts for the research as well in the form of the prototype data, activations for the new abilities, some banners, fusion rods, tech materials, schematics for the recon locus, and smuggle studies, which is for the aggregation research. Early boost. Then at tier 1, you'll start with 1 daily activation, which is only lasts you 10 minutes. Now in 10 minutes, in fact, depending on where the hostiles are, you can actually range between 10 and 25 hostiles. That's a significant kill rate there. So, but obviously it goes on travel time, and most of the travel times in the systems between hostiles can range up to about 30 seconds. So, yeah, we'll say 10 based on the minute side of things, but you could look at potentially 25, maybe even 30. Oh, yes, it was in a paragraph further up. I don't think I mentioned it, but we'll quickly mention it. It will not go after the revenge hostiles or chasers, so don't bother trying to put it in augment space and leaving it to grind, because 1, the destabilization will get you anyway, and 2, it doesn't auto-target them. However, as a little tip, in take 1 of this video, I did think of a little suggestion you could potentially do in augment space. Both in the same system, leave your Reliant to do the hostiles, get the Dauntless to kill the rest of them. Auto-killing with the Reliant, auto-grinding with the Dauntless. Just an idea. So, something to bear in mind. Also, you're going to get 600 system scans. This is what they're actually, the abilities, the activations are called, system scans. You get 600 of them. Now, if you only use 1 a day, that's literally just under 2 years worth of activations. But of course, you'll be looking at putting this to the test as much as you can during the first few days of you actually having this ship. With high T's and research, you can get up to 4 activations a day, each lasting up to 30 minutes a time. So 30 minutes, you could potentially be looking at like 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 hostiles just in that time with the ship, if it's strong enough and you can kill as many. So again, like I said, things like going out in the Exile augment space with the Dauntless and the Reliant. Put the Reliant out to grind out the D7s, and then just send this thing to kill out the rest of them. Absolutely worth the effort, in all honesty. And not to mention, you got the Apex barrier as well, which when it increases, you're increasing your weapons damage. It's got some value with this thing. Could it rival the faction ships in hostile grinding? Well, only time will tell. Testing on that one will tell. There is a bit of a loop with it as well, so obviously I do encourage you to check this out, but basically it's just telling you pretty much what we've already seen further back. So I'm not going to go through all that. In the research then, you've got hull upgrades for your hull, your shields, your cargo, hazard resistance for those G6 and future G7 players, and warp range as well. There's also combat boosts with the ability activated from your critical damage, isolytic damage, and apex barrier, all against red dots. I'm going to keep saying red dots. Non-armada hostiles, just too much of a mouthful. And then obviously there's the new ability jump drive for instant system warping. So basically Discovery, Borg Cube, and there's Gorn Eviscerator, their abilities. Here we go. So player tips then. Obviously they're going to give you some, they're giving you here some tips, which is basically put it in the system, forget it. Just activate it and forget it. Let it go. Know your limits as well. It won't target the revenge hostiles again, and it can't be used in wave defense or arena. So as previously mentioned, crewing options that they've actually recommended here is a full loot crew with Enterprise E, Picard, Rachel Garrett, and 5 of 11, which is obviously a max crew. So you're on EMH below deck and Doc Brown as well. On the bridge as well, for if you want just the chest side of it, is the mega chest that hostiles drop, Anorak, Seska, and Suda. Maybe looking at Anorax, Rachel Garrett, and 5 of 11 on the bridge, and sort of like to boost both of them if you really wanted to. Below deck, obviously making sure as well you've got Hugh below deck, you've got Nurse Chapel as well, which is your critical chance boosting and also some isolated damage. Going after hostiles, I would probably say if you've got Joaquin as well, a video coming on him as well, for your isolated defense if you're going up against hostiles with isolated damage, especially for G7 players, those who will be going into G7 when it releases. I would not be surprised if the new hostiles up there actually have isolated damage, so worth actually watching out for. Also, Strange New Worlds crew as well, should you want to. Strange New Worlds Pike teamed up with Mbenga, Strange New Worlds Mbenga, Sam Kirk, James Kirk, Hemner, you know, just like that, things like that. So, but here's the final bit. Target acquisition, powerful damage spikes, and defensive bonuses as well when the ability is activated. This is built to be your ultimate weapon for hostile grinding. So this is what makes me ask the question. So let's get into the little bit of is this going to be worth it? Is this going to be as strong as a faction ship? Well, the straight answer is I can't tell you that for definite. I don't have an NDA. I don't have access to the stats. I didn't build it because I don't work for Scopely. God help me if I did. Jesus Christ, I think I'd... Yeah, let's just stop there. But is it going to be worth it? Everything in this sounds really good. I'm not going to dispute it. It sounds really good, and it sounds like this ship could really be the bee's knees. But is it going to be just as good as your faction ships when it comes to hostile grinding the red dots? Especially those bigger ones that you need for your faction dailies. In G6, we have no freebooters. You have to go to the faction systems yourself and actually kill the hostiles. Pain in the ass. But beyond that, I really could not say either way. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this ship? Do you think it's going to be a good addition to your fleet when you eventually get it? But let's not forget as well, free-to-play players, you may struggle to make this thing worthwhile for you. If you are above Ops 45, you might struggle to make it useful for yourself, like for G5 players, G6. I'm still working on the GS31 for myself. I'm still 4 months away from making it useful for me. Yeah, that's how useful it is to me right now. It's no use, no ornament to me. I could use it for certain things, but it's going to be no good in PvP. It's not good at killing the hostiles that I want it to kill. What's the point of it at the minute? Just upgrade it. So is this going to be another one of those ships for free-to-play players? Most likely. So just throwing that out there. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping this thing is going to be pretty darn good out of the box. But again, I'm an Op 63 player. I'm just about to put Op 64 in the oven. I'm not holding out hopes it's going to be worth it to me when I first get it. Unless Scopely give me a way to upgrade it pretty fast once I get it. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining me. I'm Bob Burgess. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I drop more videos. I've got 3 more coming up within the next week. Yeah, Joe Quim, Fleet Commander Khan, and we've also got the patch notes on Tuesday. Lot to come. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.